My watch and 30 grand worth of entertainment. What do you guys think? Thank you. Speaking of that, has anyone seen my watch? Because it's somewhere in this town. Was it still in their fucking purse? Capri? Capri, are you here tonight? And did you bring my fucking watch back? What? If you could ask me three questions, three questions, I imagine you haven't had much contact since with her. What would they be? Three questions? I would ask her number one.
That's okay.
Number one would be, were you working for Denise? Number two would be, were you working for CBS? Number three would be, will you help me steal Big Ben? Well, wait a second. You have a watch on your wrist, obviously. I know you're fond of watches. You've played the watch collection. That looks a lot like the watch. It's identical. I just fucking want a new one. That's how I roll. That's how I fucking roll. How many people want to hear where the term goddess came from? I'm always curious. Where did the term goddess come from? Because up until, you hear it in movies in the 50s and the 60s, and then it kind of went away, and you resurrected it much like many other terms and sayings. You seem to have a way with that. But where did the term goddess come from? Again, English is fucking the preferred language here in America, my friend. Where did it come from? Where did goddess come from? Can the people around that loser shame him into silence, please?
Shame him into silence.
Yes, it is. Do it for all these good people. To pay their hard-earned money to hear my hard-earned story. Yeah! Shame him into silence. So goddesses, right? Where did the term goddess come from? I don't know. Cleopatra, perhaps. I don't know. It was, for me, it was in the summer of '90. I was on a flight with Nick Cage going to San Francisco. Got some Nick Cage fans over here? What's not to love? The guy's a genius and he went broke. I fucking love him. He'll make more. So Nick and I are on a flight to Frisco one night. We're heading up to the O'Farrell Theater to snort Amol in the flashlight room. And if that went well, afterwards we were going to go watch Apocalypse in 4D at his uncle's house. So mid-flight, I grabbed the mic and over the PA I started pointing out landmarks that obviously are not there. The Eiffel Tower, Yankee Stadium, my house, Jesus. This is much to the happiness and folly of all the passengers on board. Should I go take a leak? And Nick grabs the microphone and says, quote, "This is your pilot speaking. I'm not feeling well, but I'm losing control of the airplane." Wow. Now keep in mind, I'm in the bathroom holding an ounce of cocaine. And I have 2 warrants. Even though they were for parking tickets, who fucking cares? So I'm staring at the toilet, thinking, do I flush it? Spare myself? Starring role the sequel to Midnight Express? Or maybe I can hide it in the bathroom inside the smoke detector. Bad idea. Leave a warrant not to tamper with that thing. So I say, fuck it. And I make the hero's decision. I stuff it in my underwear. Wow. Problem is, Balls are sweating like a gerbil at Richard Gere convention. I guess it's ones if it does not. No. So I come out of the bathroom, and there's Nick, and he's surrounded by the flight crew. They're pointing and yelling FAA threats at him, and he's nodding like Nick Cage in Raising Arizona, saying, "I'm sorry, it was a joke." So we land. There's 15 federal agents waiting for us on the ground. The ounce of blow in my underwear has now congealed from my increased ball sweat. I'm convinced the next thing they'll witness will be the most expensive white paste they've ever seen drip onto a guy's shoe. Now, my friends have always said about me, much like Colonel Kilgore in Apocalypse, that I've got that weird light around me that you know I'm not going to get so much as a scratch. This situation was no different. All the federal agents were platoon fans. They were also fans of Raising Arizona. So, either from shock or anger, Nick and we didn't speak until the cab dropped us off at the O'Farrell Theater, our original destination. His first words were, as he stepped out into the cold Frisco air, how about that blonde stewardess? She was a fucking goddess. So I guess my point is that oftentimes in my bitching world, a simple question like where the term goddess come from usually has an epic tale attached. Who knew that Nick Cage came up with the term goddess?